We're doing it. I just realized I forgot to turn off the fans, so it's going to be a little bit loud. Let me fix that. Welcome back to Fate Umbral Vale. Yeah. There we go. That's better. Nice one.
Yeah. And I have returned.
Alright. Welcome back to Fate Umbral Vale. For the finale, epilogue of the Yakou job. Who here would be interested in giving a recap of what happened over the course of that last combat?
Oh, Lord. What didn't happen over the course of the last combat?
Genma hitting us.
Survival? Surviving didn't happen.
Hey, some of us definitely survived.
What also didn't happen is Genma doing anything.
That too.
He really got so mad that we were, like, evading all of his attacks that he had to call us fucking servant out to kill us.
I don't think I was a servant.
I don't think
That was
a servant.
certainly a servant. That happened to be with Genma, yes.
I am 99.999% sure that was fucking H.
Yeah, no. So when he called us down, someone just watched us beat him up.
Yeah.
I don't. It could be joint custody. They could have a schedule going where she gets him for the weekdays, but Genma gets him for the weekends.
He does seem to have a command seal. Is it Gabriel's? Is it someone else's? Who knows?
Who knows?
I mean, it's on his hand, so it's Genma's.
Was.
It's
ours now.
God damn.
Technically, it's Nicola's currently.
Nicola, 8th Master confirmed?
It could possibly be.
And that's when Nicola meets Assassin.
Nicola turns around. Sup? Stab.
Hi.
Hi.
Good news. You're going back.
Good news, everyone.
Sorry to do this to you, but I have to send you to Brazil.
Not Brazil.
But nothing ever happens in Brazil.
No, everything happens in Brazil. Shink.
What?
Don't worry about it.
He's
Weird
going to
riff.
Brazil, that's what's happening.
Go to the Shadow Realm, Jimbo.
In all seriousness, I'll do the recap, given everything that happened during the last session.
Yeah.
Oh god. So,
That's about our reaction. Yep.
when last we left our intrepid party,
Yeah, that's about what happened last time.
yeah, more or less. When last we left the party, they had just finished a spectacular shopping trip and gotten back to the compound where the Yakou were staying for the time being. An argument had broken out between them over some lost tools that were being passed around the compound, which they had nearly found when Malia showed up looking for Yukinobu over a certain attack on a church that she was scheduled to visit the next morning. Wonder who that could have been?
No, who's to say?
Who's to say? Really?
Totally not some fire-aligned, magical circuit-based discrimination going on.
Ridiculous.
Seriously, why would she assume it was the person who's literally up on fire?
I don't know.
Absurd. So after demanding to see Yukinobu, obviously he's not here at the moment, she sat down and pretty much just waited for a while. After that, Ryuji came in, unbeknownst to the party, possessed by a certain witch, who claimed to have information regarding Genma's whereabouts. And news from Toka that they had to go now in order to catch him. So they went south, went for a stroll through... What town did I say it was? I'm forgetting my own town names. Hold on. Where's my map of the valley? Where are you?
We were heading for Hamburg, right? Not Hamburg.
It's a resolution with load. Frankfurt. There we go.
Frankfurt. It was one of the bigger names, city names.
So they went from Sonberg to Frankfurt, and ran into a mage named I have to look this up again. Icastern Glaskite, who seemed to be the resident mage in the village, and gave them some information on seeing Genma. After inviting them in for nearly stepping into what's tantamount to his magical minefield. He was a little bit cryptic. Overall, not hostile to the party, but definitely knew more than what he was letting on. And at one point alluded to Genma not being human anymore. Weird.
Mm-hmm.
So, they go to the forest.
Still went down like a bitch, though.
Still went down. God damn it. So the party went down to the forest between Frankfurt and the castle to the south, where Ryuji revealed themselves as being possessed by Caster, who had come back to try to get some payback on Drago. Drago and Nicola weirdly had a really good time saving against Caster's spells before Lancer showed up and managed to undo her paralysis somehow with a skill the party has no knowledge of. Whereupon, seeing him, Caster ran off like a bitch. After a brief altercation where it is unknown whether she survived or not, Lancer came back to find the party beating down on Genma after having spelled him into... What state would you even refer that to? Refer to that as? He was out of it. He was like...
I believe it's known as the Yamcha pose.
Ah, there we go. Yes, he got ego whipped into the Yamcha pose. Whereupon...
And if anyone doesn't know what the Yamcha pose is,
Google
my
it.
recommendation is to look up Yamcha's death from Dragon Ball Z.
Yes, it's
You will then
also...
understand.
Yamcha baseball.
It's also called Rule 34. So
My
look up
favorite part of
Yamcha
that
Rule
episode.
34. Make sure you look up a lot of that.
Stop! No!
Or no.
He can't get away with this!
I will kick your ass in Digimon again.
Oh, you want to go?
This is now a Digimon card game stream.
Oh, no! They went for the Digimon! No!
Give him the old Digi twist.
So upon at least coming out of their scuffle victorious, if not outright killing Caster, Lancer decided to sit back, relax, and enjoy a nice Genma beatdown until he realized that the party was actually there for the red mark on the back of Genma's hand, his command seal. Upon which, he got up and pressed the nuclear button, utilizing his noble phantasm, the Lewin Kelchar. Doing so pierced through Cert, killing her instantly, through Nicola, who somehow survived, and Aurelius, killing him instantly. After that, Azra ran off
It's
to
okay,
save
he
her
got
own...
better though.
He got better, though. I'm getting to that. Don't worry. After that, Azra left to save her own life. Nicola actually somehow managed to grab the
After
arm. Look, I'm not...
negotiating for everyone else's.
This is true.
Relevant distinction.
Also true. But after that, everybody more or less made their way away from there. Genma as well. Lancer attempted to track down Nicola while he was invisible, but for one reason or another could not. So he went back to the castle.
Yeah.
During that time, Caroline sacrificed herself in order to save Aurelius' life by implanting her artificial heart into his chest, killing herself in the process, and effectively robbing Aurelius of any and all of his class features for the time being. So now, we come back to the Yakou compound a day later. Azra, you were the first to return, and they were ready. They had like towels, they had medical supplies. They fully expected everybody to come back in pieces if they came back at all.
Well, Storm.
Yes.
Before we get to that point, I forgot to mention this on the way back at the end of the last session.
Mm-hmm.
But Nicola would have sent a message ahead via the message spell to Yukinobu informing him of job done. We'll explain more when I'm back.
Don't you mean the sending spell?
Yes, I had a sending spell.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you said message. So.
Yeah,
I meant sending.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yukinobu
gonna
would have
text him
sent
real
a message back almost immediately. I will meet you at the compound tomorrow.
Okay.
Oh, right. Real quick distinction I forgot to mention is that Drago actually risked his own life to save Ryuji, who was passed out after Castor left his body.
Yeah, Ryuji is MVP. Of that fight, Ryuji is the MVP.
He really was.
Nicola may got the job done, but Drago is fucking MVP.
Especially considering he was able to say no to so many caster spells. Like, goddamn.
Yeah, it must be nice.
I know, right?
I had to sacrifice for my health, but yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
but how many people can say that they fought 2 servants in a row consecutively and came out of it alive?
Not many now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sir would be one of them. She
Well,
was.
3 of us. Sorry, really.
That's why I said not many of us now.
So, after returning to the compound, the Yakou would have pretty much bandaged you up, made sure that you were comfortable, sent you to your room, gotten you food and whatever. The next person to come back would have been Yukinobu, who had the arm. This would have shocked most of the Yakou there, who had assumed that the mission was a wash, considering the state Azra was in, and how quickly she got there. They had assumed that everybody else was dead or the mission was failed. But you managed to get the arm. Nice. After that, I imagine it would have been Drago's group with Aurelius and Ryuji, probably carrying
With the bodies.
and the bodies, and Sirt's corpse. They would have tended to it and begun plans to ship it back to her country of origin, to her family.
I will advise. When they even attempt to try bandages Vago, he will immediately refuse, getting hostile before simply just going back to his room.
They would have at least brought you a basket with bandages to apply to yourself and salve.
Okay.
So the first one, I just realized I put everybody on this map except for Azra.
No, I'm there. She just blends in really well. She's in the room next to Drago.
Oh, she does. Oh my god, she does. I barely noticed.
Just really blended into the carpet. Yeah.
Camouflage.
Yeah, no, you're right. Oh shit.
So that people can see her. She's there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had a minute of trying to find her earlier. Yeah, she's over there. She's on the right hand side next to Drago. She just literally matches the carpet.
So this is the next morning. Everybody's tired. Everybody is... That was a rough day. You are bandaged, healing.
Yeah. The first thing Nicola does as soon as he wakes up is to check his side where that freaking spear hit.
That thing is not healing anytime soon. That's going to be at least a week. It went through him.
Yeah, no, I can... So, where would you say, honestly on it, where would you say on the side was the entry wound and exit? Because I know I got hit from what, from the back into the front, or the front into the back?
The way that everybody was standing and looking at Genma and Lancer's direction, it came from Cert, came in through your back, out through your right side, into Aurelius. So,
Okay.
the entry wound and the exit
Oh,
wound
it just
are-
turns at a weird angle halfway through.
Yep.
Oh god, yeah, I'm gonna have a nasty...
Yeah, it just turned 90 degrees.
You can put a hoop. You can put a
Or,
hoop through that.
whatever, but...
He really
It's just like
spun it. He really put a spin on it.
Shut the
it's like
fuck
when
up.
Frieza in Dragon Ball Z got... when Goku dealt with Frieza after Frieza got cut in half. No, stay with me, organs. I need you.
No, stay with me. Daddy needs you.
Yeah, that's the exact line.
So right now you are pretty much like...
Nicola just looked down and go, holy god.
Were it any bigger, you could probably fit your fingers through there, which is horrifying to think about. Seeing as you actually survived it.
Yeah.
Aurelius.
He...
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Basically, when he gets dressed again, he's not wearing his dress shirt. He's basically putting on his outer coat over it because he's like, I don't feel like putting any weight on the bandages.
Oh yeah, walking is already difficult enough.
Yeah, he's grabbing his quarterstaff to use as a walking stick.
You're not doing any sit-ups anytime soon.
Oh no, I know for a fact I'm not.
But that's just covering the physical pain. Aurelius, you wake up
Yeah, the emotional will come later.
and Caroline isn't there. You can still feel a weight in your chest as though a solid mass of metal were resting on your heart, which effectively it is. But that only makes it feel heavier.
Wait, what do you mean Caroline isn't there? I don't have her body with me?
Well, you have her body, but she's not alive, is she?
Well, no, but I thought you meant like she literally wasn't in the room.
No, I mean she's dead. Good lord. You know what? Move past this. Drago. You were actually, out of all of them, the second most average in terms of wounds. You didn't really get hit. Your biggest fight came in the form of Caster. Because God knows Genma didn't do anything. But
I
even
took 3 hits. 3 hits. 2 of them from me from preventing cancer from using the spells on me.
but even then, a good amount of your blood was spilled in the attempt to stand through her spells. So you're definitely feeling it. Azra, you are actually the best out of all of them right now because you didn't get hit once.
Yeah. Yeah. Physically, she is fine. She wakes up like bags under her eyes. Her hair is a mess. It looks like she has barely slept. Um, she has definitely woken up a few times throughout the night, and there are even a few scorch marks on her bedding from where she has panicked, and her circuits have flared up a little too much. Definitely having night terrors about Lancer.
Absolutely. That spear, if
She
Fates
was not
had,
involved in that, but she saw that and it was enough.
it could have come for you, and you could feel it would have come for you if it had the opportunity.
Mm-hmm. And she had nothing. Nothing she could do about that. She felt kind of useless during all of that.
As everybody is waking up, you hear a knocking at the doors. It's Toka. Sorry to wake you all up, Zor.
Nicola.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. No, you're good. Nicola was just hobbling to the door to open the door.
As you all take a peek outside, Aurelius, you're actually being waken up by a pair of Yakou on your end. My apologies for waking up the lot of you as you're healing, but Yukinobu himself is coming in today to hear your report and to gather that arm. I figured you would want to be awake to see him. And,
Thank you.
she turns to Azra. Miss Malia wants to speak with you as soon as possible.
Of course she does. What time is not Yukinobu getting here?
In about now.
Let Miss Samaresk know that I will be there as soon as we are done with Yukinobu-san.
Very well. Aurelius, how do you answer the door?
Sorry, I'm chewing.
I was going to say, probably with unbridled rage.
Why are you chewing
Valid
in the
answer, he
middle of
doesn't.
session?
I'm eating crackers.
Chew faster!
Let's go.
I imagine he's just very like he's like a husk, like no emotions, no nothing, just like gets up and drags himself over to the door.
My apologies for waking you so early, Aurelius, sir. Lord Yukinobu has come. He wants to talk to everybody about what happened yesterday.
He just nods.
We'll see you there. Oh wait, I'm on the wrong. I'm so used to moving everybody around as stuff is happening. I moved to the wrong roll 20. I was on the Grailcoon roll 20 while I was doing that.
Now, wait a minute.
Why are they not moving?
So, what do you all do as you get ready to meet with Yukinobu?
I get basically Nicola just gets partially dressed, grabs the arm, and puts it in the bag to carry with him,
All right.
and then heads off to where Yukinobu is.
So ever since he got withdrawn his clothes and go out, but hasn't said a word at all. His jovial self is not there right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Azra is showing nerves for like maybe the first time outside of that situation that you've seen. She is clutching Alpha tightly to her chest. Sword is at her hip. But her normal jokey attitude. No quips, no self-narration, no nothing. Just walking.
And Aurelius?
He would just get dressed as normal and then, kind of zombie shamble out to where everybody else is.
All right. As you all approach the main hall, you can see that a number of chairs and boxes and whatnot have been gathered around to form a makeshift meeting hall where Yukinobu is standing in front of the door to his room, his living space. Toka standing nearby. You have it then.
Nicola will reach into the bag and pull out Genma's arm. And look toward Yukinobu and go, I present to you the arm of Genma. With the red seals intact as requested.
As everybody gathers around him, he looks at everybody. You notice he doesn't look Aurelius in the eyes. And when he sees that arm, a mixture of emotions go across his face, ranging from sadness to relief as he picks it up. By now, the arm has gone cold with whatever green fluid now casting a ghastly hue over his skin. It almost looks as if it's glowing. Thank you. It is impossible to form the words to properly congratulate you. I wish this had not been necessary. He takes the arm and almost cradles it. Genma. Why? As he does this, Toka comes by and puts a hand on his shoulder. All of you will be sufficiently reimbursed. The Yakou will see to it that Surt is returned to her family. And Aurelius, Well, we may not have much to spare at the moment. If possible, we will aid you should you attempt to reconstruct Caroline. You have done the
He just stares at the floor.
You have done the Yakou a great service, and it will not be forgotten. With that in mind, my men have told me the stories you brought back. If possible, I would hear it from one of you.
I may not be in my top storytelling condition, but I believe this would be most prudent for me.
By all means.
As we were heading towards Frankfurt, we were accosted by the same mirror demon, whoever she is. Whatever she is, that accosted us at the church. And she's biting back yawns the entire time, desperately trying not to be rude. She cast a spell to hold us all in place again, though on a group level at this point. What I thought while I was being held in place was her and Drago having a fight. And that was until another powerful mage came along wielding a lance. Seeming to be very scared of him, I don't know the connection.
You notice he...
Genma came in to get with Genma came in with him. You were gonna react as Yukinobu?
you notice he and Toka look at each other when you say that.
Well, she did spear, not lance. That was me.
No, that's good.
Yeah. He stood back for whatever reason, even though he was clearly aligned with Genma. While we fought him, we managed to chop off his arm and get it at a distance, but once he realized we were doing that, he snapped. He used magecraft that I've never seen before. More powerful than I've ever seen most mages be capable of.
That's for sure.
Can you...
I'll tell you what, it hurts like a fucking bitch.
I am still surprised you survived that.
Oh, thank God my gemcraft saved me.
You survived it.
I will. Nicola will stand back up again and move his coat so he can see where the blood stain is still from the wound.
Can you describe what happened?
I took it right. The person with the lance did a chant, and then almost instantly his spear disappeared like it was fired like one of Aurelius's guns, and first it went through Surtur, and then it went through me, and then it hit Aurelius. Originally, I was the only one to survive because Cert and Aurelius did not make it originally. Well, the last I knew as I was returning back here with the arm was Aurelius was dead and Caroline was the one alive.
I can
explain if you don't want to, Elias.
Turns around to kind of collect himself for a moment. As I'm sure that most of you have gathered by this point, Caroline was not a human. She was a puppet that I had created. And the source of her power and what allowed her to walk and talk like a human being was the energy core that she had inside of her. I'm of the understanding that she ripped it out of her own chest and placed it into mine to save my life.
But you said when he attacked, he performed a chant. Could you repeat it?
Yes, it was. What would you?
Before that, I can ask
Right.
2 questions. One, Toga, did you send Yuji just like get us to get to Gemma?
No, I hadn't seen Ryuji that morning. He said he had gone out for groceries. Or at least that's what
Okay,
these
then.
idiots
So,
said.
that means that's
So he
That
was
means
possessed
yep.
between then.
Somewhere around when you left, you got possessed by that witch. And as for you, he looks so directly at Yukinobu. Did you know that Gemma has servant?
How do you, out of character, how do you know what a servant is?
Because he said
To be
out loud.
Genma
when
did
doing the fight.
specify
Yes, he did.
that
Right.
this thing was his servant.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, we just wouldn't capitalize that S, I guess.
That is a complex matter. One that should have been solved upon the severing of his arm.
So you knew about it and didn't say a damn thing?
No, that's not his. It shouldn't be his. He can't have one.
With all due respect, Lord Yukinobu, I believe we are entitled to some explanation of what the hell is going on here.
Is at this point Amalia comes out, having been listening from her doorway. Yes, Lord Yukinobu. I would love an explanation. And give me 1 second. That type of thing.
Keen mind feet for the win. Keen mind feet for the win.
Hold on, I actually need to go into my Google Doc because I forgot.
I was just gonna roleplay and say the author would remember the chant pretty well, just because she has a thing for with words. But
I will post it in the Discord
Nicola
because you guys already
That's
heard
an
it,
even
so it's
better
not a
answer.
spoiler. I just need to.
yeah, well, you can just scroll up. It's in the bot.
Uh,
It's in the description of Lumen Culture.
oh, that's right. What the hell? What happened there?
That won't work unless Storm does it.
Yeah, no, I
Oh.
misclicked.
No, you're good. Let me just.
But yeah, if you scroll up and it's literally in the description of Luin Kelchar's in ability.
Let me. Found it. Copy. Putting into Chain of Yggdrasil General.
That's the one.
Okay.
All right. As Malia comes out, Yukinobu is... He doesn't look shocked to see her, but he does look peeved. Miss Damarisk, I wish I had known ahead of time that you would have been here. Oh, well, you know. I was in the neighborhood, thought I'd spend the night. So, would you like to explain to me what that mark is doing on your brother's now severed arm? I can explain. I can explain. I don't think you can. As things go, however, what's done is done. At this point, there's no changing it.
I don't even understand. What were they?
Well, I can explain what they are.
In this spin.
What?
No, go on.
I can explain what they are, but first I believe he asked a question. When he chanted, what did he say?
The chant that the one with the spear said was, "Great are the signs of life's destructions, the whetting of swords and the cracking of shields. Pierce him, Luin Kelchar."
And that was the name of the spear. Damn. Consider yourself lucky I don't bring in the administrator for this, Yukinobu. It would not look good on your position in the war. He pulls out a cigarette and smokes it.
There's a moment where Azra absolutely wants to step in. Azra will probably see behind everybody. Just she goes to wait, what? But stops herself.
To fully explain what happened, that person was not supposed to be with Genma. I firmly believe that he isn't. We are currently in the middle of a ritual, or at least we're about to begin one. Started by Miss Damarisk over here. 7 mages summon a servant. 7 servants in total fight to the death. And if her writings are to be believed, hey, then those servants' souls can be used as a gateway to the root. However, given the nature of this ritual and how it pits so many different mages against each other, the capacity for widespread carnage is unbelievable. I still have no idea how Clock Tower granted permission for this, especially for one who had a sealing designation placed on her. You know about that? Of course I know. We got... Oop. Go away, Windows security. I'm in the middle of narration.
I don't care if my PC is being hacked. Shut the fuck up.
Look, I don't care if Anonymous is hijacking my stream right now. We're not breaking scene!
I think we already just did.
Fuck!
Well, by all means, go ahead, Anonymous.
Man, go right ahead now. You made us break scene, damn it.
Damn it. As it stands, we got this idea from observing one of our former allies, the Lord of Zoology, Gadriel Chavignon. Command seals, which are the pact between a master and servant, are transferable, which goes directly against what she said about them. But ultimately, we assumed it would create a greater link if it were spread out from person to person as opposed to focused on one point. He takes his right arm, the one normally held in bandages, and unwraps it slightly. Underneath, you can see his skin is a ghastly pale. Not dissimilar to how his brother's looks right now, but way less severe. It looks more like he suffered an injury than what his brother's looks like. Over top of it is a bright crimson seal in the shape of a cross. Or, well, not a cross, but like... If I had thought ahead of time, I would have had images to show you. I have what's currently considered the main seal. And I've spread out the rest throughout various members of the Yakou. Toka holds one arm at that. Originally, Genma was supposed to be a part of that, and we would jointly command our servant together. As you can see, he had other ideas. Whoever that was, it didn't belong to Genma. Unless there are more irregularities in Malia's Grill War. He's staring right at Malia as he says that. There should only be 7 masters and servants. Yes, you are correct in that, Lord Yukinobu. They are having a massive stare down right now.
All Nicola is basically like, even after yesterday, he's still tired as hell. So he's trying to stay awake now that he's already explained everything.
Don't want to talk. Soleus is just getting madder, but isn't saying anything.
Suffice to say, that person wasn't supposed to be with Genma. We believe he acted on his own and... well... either acted on his own or was commanded by his master, who Genma was trying to steal a command seal for. All in all, we had no idea that was going to happen. Or that it would be so dangerous. If we had, we would never have sent you.
But you did. They got 2 of us killed.
Nearly 3.
Yes. And it's for that reason I'm sending you all home. This valley is about to become a lot more dangerous. Gadriel has had a long time to stockpile her chimera. And her servant is willing to lash out at people who aren't involved in the war like this. I can't put a guarantee on any of your lives. The Yakou stay with me out of loyalty. And though I am ashamed to admit it, I have broken that loyalty with you. You have my apologies. We will pay for your room and board to get you home as quickly as possible. Aurelius, my offer stands as long as I am the head of the Yakou. Should you try to rebuild Caroline, we will help you. But for the time being, we will be stationed here. It's at this moment the door opens, and another familiar face walks through. It's Vale.
Mm-hmm.
As he just walks in. Having a meeting, are we? You just hear from one of the Yakou. Does this bounded field even work?
Nicola's just chuckling a little bit.
As he walks by, as he walks up to everybody, Malia walks to him. Vale, wonderful to see you. What are you doing here? I'm here on account of an incident regarding the servants. There was a very public battle, thankfully not in a crowded location. But all things considered, something that does need to be looked in upon. Our new business partners aren't going to be very happy about this. I'm aware and I'm taking care of it. Are you? Yes. As they are talking, roll perception.
Okay.
I am actually going to do this. This is hold on. What's the rules on exhaustion again?
Yeah, you probably have one exhaustion, so disadvantage.
Yeah, I'm happy to give myself exhaustion on this one. I
Yeah.
straight up said she barely slept.
Oh yeah, this is
I forget.
like,
We do normal exhaustion, right?
yes.
We don't do the new exhaustion. We do regular ass exhaustion.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the twins.
Hey, twinsies! So Nicola and Drago, you two are actually the closest, so you would see this easier. As he's talking, his cloak shifts around as he's moving, and you notice there's a lack on one side, as though he's missing something. And when he shifts, you can see his right arm is gone. You notice this at the same time as Malia, who sees that. Vale, what happened to your arm? Ah, this. Unfortunately, one of the experiments regarding transmutation went wrong and took my whole arm with it. I'm currently awaiting a prosthetic. But look at that. We're the same now.
I can't believe he got fucking Edward Elric.
I was trying not to crack a Fullmetal Alchemist joke.
Can I roll insight to see to tell if he's lying?
Yes. you don't know this person. You don't know their tells, but there's something about what he just said, like how he said it. It doesn't quite rub you the right way.
Yeah, no, I already have a feeling I know why. That's why I rolled it. I whispered to Yukinobu, my lord, I don't think he lost in transmutation.
We'll have to wait and see. As Vale
I
lost.
think that Artemis has.
What'd you say?
I said I think that arm is his.
Oh, the command seal arm?
Yeah.
No, that's Genma's.
We took it from Genma, but it was different.
Didn't we get it off of his body though?
Okay,
We
so
did, yes,
you guys.
but it was.
Let me explain real quick. So you guys took the arm at like the elbow joint, so it's like the forearm. His arm is gone up to the shoulder. It's his entire arm.
Okay. Never mind.
So it's more of an endemic than we think of people losing their arms.
Yep.
It
Okay.
happens more frequently than you would expect.
If I had a nickel, yada yada yada, 4 nickels.
Yeah, I didn't know exactly. Yeah. Ignore the last part about I think the
this
arm is
campaign
his
written by Taite
because
Kubo?
I didn't understand exactly.
Look, Vale being Genma would be a hell of a twist.
That would be a twist. Goddamn.
That would be a great twist, and I would not see it coming.
No, absolutely not.
So, I've heard tell of what happened. You two. He points to Drago and Nicola with his left arm. You're the ones who survived the direct hit, correct?
I was the one who survived.
Oh,
As Nicholas stands back up again shakily.
apologies.
Drago here was fairly resilient in his fight with the mirror demon. Whoever she is.
The mirror demon.
But woman, long dark hair, knife, able to transport herself through reflective surfaces. And possession now, apparently.
At that, Malia openly like, what?
Something wrong?
Azra, would you speak to me in private? When we have the chance, Huh.
I assume that's happening after we're finished here, so yes.
She looks stupefied.
You said your name was Malia, right?
Malia Alexei Damarisk, at your service.
And you're the one who started this war, created, you said?
This ritual is my creation, yes.
And you should probably know this. Then why is a servant?
That is a fairly long explanation.
I think we kind of have a right to know.
I'm not trying to squirm out of it, but it is truly a long explanation. Do you want to sit down?
As Nicholas already back sitting down.
Okay, so
Just standing.
Malia is going to spend the next like 5-10 minutes whipping out various mathematical formula and explaining like in detail what exactly this is. Nicola, you understand some of it, but a lot of this is pure nonsense to you. Drago, this is all nonsense to you.
Mm-hmm.
So, in short, a servant is a familiar drawing upon the throne of heroes in order to manifest itself in the modern world, utilizing mystery as its foundation. Ha! Any questions?
Many, but not one when I'm so tired. I could write an entire series like this, but I imagine that would be very frowned upon.
Not for you. I look to Yukinobu to put us into 2 dangerous missions with servants.
Under the circumstances, we had no idea servants would be a part of either one. I can appreciate your frustration, Drago.
I'm assuming. Yes, because I'm assuming that demon is a servant. There's one. After listening to the whole thing about servants, it explains why she was at the church. Because I assume that sword you bought, the sword we gave you, is something useful for that.
Regarding
And
that,
why?
I'm unsure if she is a servant or not. The way that she acts and the way that she's able to flip between reflections. Typically, most servants don't have the capacity to do so. They can go into spirit form, they can exit spirit form, they can attack, and for the most part, they consume mana. But from what you're describing, sounds closer to some kind of trickster or a fiend. Oh yeah. Could something like that be summoned as part of your system? It's not impossible. It's just, it's not designed for that, which, to be fair, a lot of things are happening that my system is not designed for.
So it's a possibility then.
It's an eventuality we'll have to
Your
prepare
size.
for. In any case, while this may be technically an altercation of the Grail Wars Foundation, we're too close to the beginning to enact any kind of strict policy. Normally, some kind of penalty would be given to Yukinobu and to Gadriel, assuming that servant belongs to her. But to do so, to track her down and whatnot there, we'll have to leave it be for now. While I am sorry for your friend's death and your losses, it may be best if everybody here who isn't directly associated with Yukinobu Yakou leave the valley immediately.
I have to refuse. And I looked to Yukinobu. Despite saying that you weren't supposed to, those missions were pretty as dangerous, you still put us in these missions that involving the war. You risk those are risks. Those will probably happen anyways. And for everything. I'm not saying I don't want to say it because of what the Lord said you saw I had for you. I'm saying here to avenge my friends. And I'm not leaving this valley until both Lancer and Cassie are dead.
Understandable. If you don't mind still being affiliated with us, we could work with you. After all, that is my penultimate goal as well. The other 6 need to die. Well,
I have to if I have any chance of beating either Castle and that witch and Lancer.
I respect your commitment, Drago, but try not to pursue suicide over all of this. I don't think we're quite ready to handle either of them.
I know that. I know that damn well. But you, Nicola, Morales, Sut, and Karen are the reason my family should be fine now. If I don't do anything, I'll never be able to live myself knowing that 2 of them died and I couldn't do a damn thing.
What is all for if you die as well? That being said, all of this sounds extremely fascinating, and I'd love to learn more.
rest assured.
Or at least as much as,
Rest assured, we'll have time to discuss that.
Yes, we will, Amalia. She chuckles. I don't know if I don't know if I'm set to fight one of those servants again. But I'll help when I can. For the right price, of course.
Well, what of the rest of you? Will you say them?
I took on this job to expand my horizons before taking my place at the clock tower as a proud member of the Eidfeld family. I think I've done that now after going through what I've gone through, so I am leaving the valley to go back home for a little bit before heading to the clock tower to finish my education.
Understandable. And you, Aurelius?
I think I'll be going home as well. Pardon my manners, but with the way that all of this has turned out, I'd be very happy to never see any of you ever again.
Understandable. And for now, at least, I feel it would be best if we retired to our quarters. It seems like a good number of you have things to discuss. Toka, I trust you can handle everything else from here. Yes, boss. Goes into his room. Going to sit on the couch.
Nicola will inch his way back to his room.
As you're doing that, Vale will flag you down, and Aurelius. Pardon me, I wanted a word with you before you did so. Might we step to the side? For just a moment.
Very well.
Gonna walk on over here. While he's doing that, Molly's
Aurelius will
over to
begrudgingly follow.
Do. Gonna walk down the hallway.
It's always so much fun to go down the hallway. Yeah.
Right. On that being said, let me grab my stuff, and I suppose we should be heading out.
I'll come with you. We can talk while you pack.
Fine by me.
Molly,
Uh-oh. Drago's using his big boy voice.
She freezes.
I think Azra instinctively freezes and turns as well. That just...
the thing also was hiding from you. I was the one who did.
That did what?
The church.
Ah. Well, what's done is done. Not much we can do now except move forward.
You're correct. That's not I did to survive that, which I hesitate to do it again if it meant saving my allies. And he just sits down.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Toka is going to lean against the wall near Drago. And then smash cut back to Vale. First of all, Mr. Aurelius, I wanted to extend my deepest apologies for what happened to your dear puppet, Caroline.
He kind of sneers at that comment.
However, I may have a method to resurrect her that I believe you may be interested in. And you as well, Mr. Eidfeld. this ritual is not a one and done, as they say. Using the Grail, one could easily revive something even as complex as the life of your departed. And not only that, it would grant you esteem and glory in the clock tower. We are partnered with them, after all. In fact, they even endorse it. We couldn't have begun any of this if they weren't willing to temporarily, suspend Malia's seal designation.
Aurelius is going to grit his teeth for a second, and then put his hand on Vale's shoulder in a very not so friendly manner. Look him dead in the eyes. I trust you're not playing games with us, are you, Mr. Vale?
Wait, which shoulder?
Which, oh, that's right, he's missing
The one
an
that's
arm.
still there.
The one that's still there.
The one that's still there.
I can promise you, I am not trying to deceive you in any way. If I didn't believe that these rituals had merit behind them, I would never have begun to work with Malia in the first place. As it stands, we have received the endorsement of the church and the clock tower. And in fact, they've even agreed to send 3 representatives to oversee the whole thing. And of course, myself. While I understand your apprehensiveness regarding your encounter with Lancer, I can promise you that, should you assume the roles of masters yourself, in the first place, you will be untouchable by any of the servants of this war. They will not attack you, and in fact will be expressly forbidden from doing so. Not only that, the location for this next one is actually quite close to where Mr. Nicola is already heading. Hence why I invited him as well.
He can see that Nicola is like really giving it like thought. In what time frame was the clock tower planning for the next one?
This year. It will be
2 in 1 year?
It will be organized concurrently with this one.
Huh.
Of course, they will not start at exactly the same moment, but the majority will overlap.
Nicola will pull a gem out of his coat and flip it for a second. You know what? Fine. I accept.
Wonderful. And you, Sir Aurelius? After all, I'm sure a man of your talents could rebuild her any day. But with the power of the Grail, it would be, well, mere moments.
He sighs and kind of runs his hands through his hair for a second. Under the condition that you are telling the truth, I feel that I have no choice but to accept.
Wonderful. Wonderful. I'll contact you with the details soon. In the meantime, whether you choose to stay or go, you may wish to coordinate somewhat. Assuming you are leaving together, of course.
What do you say, Aurelius? You want to come to Switzerland for a little bit before heading to the clock tower?
I'm sorry, I believe I'll have to pass. I'll be heading home to my plantation back in America.
Fair enough.
Well. Regarding those travel plans, you may want to stay at least nearby. The location for the next one will be in London.
Yeah, I planned on staying at least
Within the next
a week and a
month.
half. By that time I should be in England by then.
Excellent. Regarding any materials, I offer my services. Should either of you need anything, a place to stay, or any alchemical supplies, I am more than happy to provide.
I'm pretty good on my alchemical supplies currently.
Very well. And with that, he starts walking off. Then I'll see.
And Nicola will. Oh God.
I'll be seeing the both of you very soon.
Yes. Well, Aurelius, I'll see you in about a month's time then.
To find you better than how you are now. No offense.
Trust me, I am a little sore, and I'm gonna go lay in my bed before I head off home for about a week.
And now we cut.
And with that, Nicola will give a bow to Aurelius as he walks to his room.
All right. And then while that's happening, by this point, Malia and Azra would have gotten to Azra's room.
You know, this wasn't exactly the circumstance I was hoping for to get you into my room, but here we are. She says as she's gathering up her belongings.
Huh. Well, I can't say it's much ideal for me either.
I don't think anyone in this building's got an ideal situation right now.
Yeah. You
Kind
have.
of goes over, notices the scorch marks, kind of winces. You were gonna say?
You do have my deepest apologies. The Grail War is supposed to be contained. This is. We haven't even started yet, and it's lashing out of control. She has a frustrated look in her eyes.
Honestly, if people hadn't died in front of me while I was held in place magically, I really would be in a much better mood. Calling me curious about all this.
I wish I
I
could
have
give.
no idea what the fuck you got yourself into, but
It's been a lot.
I can tell. Perhaps we should just go for something simple. There was a wonderful little coffee place we found in the market yesterday. If you'd like to accompany me.
I'll see if I have the time. Unfortunately, I have a number of appointments to keep with my new best friends, the church. In hindsight, referring to it as a Holy Grail War wasn't exactly the best idea. They want to monitor the whole thing.
Seems like a little bit of blasphemy.
A little
Seems
bit.
like a fair bit of blasphemy to me.
Sometimes we need a little bit of blasphemy.
Fair enough. Speaking of the church, I would like to apologize about holding that away from you. When sure, I was very much told to keep it on the hush-hush.
It's fine. It wasn't you, it was Yukinobu. Don't worry, I'll have my day. For now, at least, I have to stay here to watch over it. How have you been?
Since fine until just yesterday, to be honest with you. This was a lot more dangerous than the first job.
Yeah, tell me about it.
I knew that was coming. Okay. And she goes into a kind of tired but fairly detailed recap of the two one-shots, quote. There's not... Molly has heard her tell stories. There's not as many embellishments on this one. Azra is usually fairly verbose. But, there you have it, really. Dragged into something I had no idea what was going on with. Powers and things that I had no concept could even happen. She kind of reaches down and kind of runs a finger along the spine of Alf Layla. They should be happy about hearing about this.
I'm glad to have provided you with such good material.
If this weren't supposed to be extremely secret, this would set me for life. One of the only other few things I'm even slightly frustrated about. But don't apologize. This has been, apart from people dying, it's been quite fun, honestly.
Well, that's good to hear.
That all being said, how have you been apart from all this? I believe we haven't seen each other since Russia.
The things I have seen. She like slumps against the door.
Mm.
Where do I even begin?
Since I headed out, how's Anastasia?
She kind of freezes up. She's gone.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You didn't know.
Forget I said.
No, it's fine. I suppose now I can tell you. Her name wasn't actually Anastasia. It was Chiome. She was my working prototype. She was a servant. Her class was assassin.
There's just a look of amusement on Azra's face the entire time.
She goes into a very brief explanation of Chiome and the Millennium Lock at whole. Oh, you know that one idiot I told you about a while ago? That guy from Ireland who I pile-drived into the ground?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he showed up. So there I am sitting in a dimly lit cell, down an arm. I got a new one that's very nice. And
It does look very good on there.
just walks in with a straight face, says he's there to rescue me. Ah. He seems nice enough when he's not, like, actively trying to attack you or anything. So he's actually going to be taking part in this war.
Alright then. I can't say I'm exactly happy about that, but I'm not involved directly, so
I mean, I offered, he accepted, and I definitely owed him for having to save me. So I left him with a little something to help with his summoning.
how magnanimous of you. All the help you can get, I guess.
Yeah, I just hope it does help. It's, well, he'll find out.
So you haven't explained it to him either.
He knows the basics, just not the specifics.
Azra's just cracking.
Me screaming.
He's not here.
Hopefully, no matter what, this war will end quickly.
Let us hope. And with, I can't say no casualties, considering that's the point. Minimal.
If there were another way, I would have done it. But if nothing else, this should work. I can't lie, though. I can't see the future like I normally can. This year, there's...
John Mage cast is on the head?
I don't know. Something about this time period, I don't know if it's because of the war or something else interfering, but it's... I can't see what's going to happen. Don't
Oh, damn,
misunderstand.
how will she live acting to act like the rest of us?
I know, right? How am I supposed to live knowing about things that... How am I supposed to live without looking up random things that don't exist yet? The Great Ligma Epidemic of 2015.
I'm glad I likely won't be alive after what your description.
God.
Don't worry.
Also, I love that she even got the year wrong.
Look, it's a lot of years and a lot of stuff.
I know. Really funny.
Well... I can't stay here forever, unfortunately. But I will take you up on that offer to go to that coffee shop if I can.
She smiles. It's a date.
Sure is. I'll see you later. She walks over to Azra, gives her a hug, gives her a kiss.
Azra returns. And we'll leave her off.
And I think that might be the best place to stop. Everybody has their plans, where they're going.
Woohoo!
Yepers.
That was...
Rex is mentally screaming for some reason.
Azra's mentally screaming, but in a very different way.
Everybody's mentally screaming. That's what I'm calling the epilogue.
Mentally screaming.
Yes.
Yeah, fair.
No, Nicola's not. Nicola's got a solid-ish plan.
Yeah. But with that, that is where we will end it off. For now, at the very least, we will be having a small break while we prepare for things to come in the future. In the meantime, just so that we have it somewhere on the actual game, we have a Discord now in the link in the description. So if you
Yes.
want to join that, come on in. We'd love to talk to you. Otherwise, we will see you next time on Fate Umbral Vale. Have a good night.
Bye bye.
That makes sense.
See you guys.
See ya.